Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Go Anime here. So you might have already seen by the title, but today we're going to go over the top 12 One Piece characters who have already awakened their devil fruits. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now to start off our list is the Minotaurs. Now the Minotaurs is one of the 5 jailer beasts in Impel Down, and the first one to appear. He has eaten, as of yet, an unnamed Zoan type devil fruit that allows him to become a cow. Because he is an awakened Zoan, he is able to recover rapidly even after suffering high amounts of damage. Now along with him we have the Minnow Zebra. Now the Minnow Zebra is one of the 5 jailers, just like the Minotaurus, who has also eaten an unnamed Zoan type devil fruit that made him permanently become a zebra. He's also an awakened Zoan too. Along with them is the Minotaur, and the Minotaur is one of the 5 jailers. Along with them, same yada yada. Now we also have the Rhinoceros, who is the final 5th jailer in Impel Down. Now, speaking on these 5 jailers and these 5 awakened Zoan type devil fruit users, who we don't know the names of or know much about them besides that, little is known about an awakened Zoan fruit, much other than that you get a boost in buff and how strong you are and your recovery speed and all of these aspects of who you are as a Zoan type. Now moving up on our list, we have Okey Jean. Now Kuzan has the power of the Hiei no Mi Logia devil fruit that allows him to control, create, and become ice. He can create enough ice to cover a giant, a sea king, or several square miles of ocean within mere moments. He was even able to freeze the tsunamis created by Whitebeard, despite their size surpassing that of Marineford. In battle, he uses his ice powers to disable and immobilize enemies, freezing their bodies solid by just touching them, and threatening to shatter their fragile forms. Just like other Logia users, he is also capable of breaking himself into particle elements to avoid damage from most physical attacks. Now this fruit is so powerful that its usage of it during his 10-day battle with Alkinu permanently changed the weather on one side of Punk Hazard, turning that side into a frozen wasteland. This may be a hint that he has already awakened his devil fruit power. Coming up next on our list is the guy he fought on that island against, Sakazuki. Now, Sakazuki possesses the Magu Magu no Mi, a Logia class devil fruit which grants him the ability to transform his body into magma and manipulate it at will, as well as produce near limitless amounts of it. As a Logia, Sakazuki can let physical attacks pass through him without injury and can only be wounded with those that use Haki, Sea Stone, or being caught off guard, and his elemental weakness as well. His ability is naturally of a higher order than Ace's pyrokinetic abilities, as the higher heat and smothering abilities of his magma allowed him to successfully harm Ace despite Ace's Logia defense, and ultimately kill Ace due to his superiority. Now, the destructive heat and explosive powers from the magma enables Akinu to cause massive damage, and to take on people like Emperor Ivankov and Jinbei with minimal effort. During the decisive 10-day battle on Punk Hazard for the position of Fleet Admiral, Akinu showed the furious power of his devil fruit as he changed the weather of one side of Punk Hazard and left it in a blaze. Since he was able to change the environment into magma and lava, we can assume that Akinu has awakened his devil fruit power, just like Okey Jean. Now that next spot on our list is for none other than the desert man himself, Crocodile. Now Crocodile ate the Logia devil fruit Suna Suna no Mi, allowing him to become, generate, and manipulate sand. He has mastered his ability to the point of perfection and can turn into sand reflexively if attacked. This becomes especially obvious after Doflamingo cut his head off while he was distracted. While in a desert area, his powers make him nearly invincible. Crocodile has the ability to create huge sandstorms, make multiple bladed weapons out of sand, and create quicksand. He can also suck all the moisture out of any object, living or non-living, by touching it with his right hand. This ability allows him to utterly destroy his surroundings, killing and macerating any biological substance via dehydration. Now, Crocodile said it himself. that he achieved perfection of his devil fruit, meaning he has awakened it. Moving on, Miguel Lian. Now, Miguel Lian has eaten the Doku Doku no Mi, a very powerful paramecia type devil fruit that allows him to generate and manipulate poison. His most infamous technique is a three-headed dragon called the Hydra. The attack is composed of corrosive liquid poison that causes lethal nerve paralysis and melts the victim at the same time. Miguel Lian's ultimate attack is Venom Demon, Hell's Judgment, which appears as a gigantic, skeletal-looking demonic beast. And Miguel Lian has stated that the poison used is powerful enough to destroy Impel Down itself. Kind of defeats the purpose of why he would be there then, if he's going to destroy the place he's residing in and ruling over. But not only is the poison more lethal and caustic than Hydra, but it also spreads out from any surface it touches, literally infecting everything, including stone. There's no confirmation in the series, but considering what we know about Paramecia awakenings, giving you a greater control of the environment, and what we've seen Miguel Lian do, it's possible that he's already awakened his devil fruit. Taking on the next slot on our list is none other than the man himself, Doflamingo. Doflamingo ate the Ito Ito no Mi, which grants him the ability to create and manipulate strings. He usually moves his fingers according to bend them as he pleases for either manipulating people like puppets or bifurcating his targets. The strings are extremely thin and some may even be invisible, making it almost impossible to notice and avoid them. Now, using his parasite move, Doflamingo forces comrades to fight and even kill, while Doflamingo himself sits on the sidelines and watches. He has shown himself capable of controlling large amounts of people at the same time without any apparent effort. The strings can also be used for cutting, allowing Doflamingo to effortlessly slice off body parts and destroy weapons. He can also glide or fly in midair by attaching his strings to clouds, creating a sky path, as seen when he did to cross over the seas to Punk Hazard from Dressrosa. Doflamingo's mastery of his devil fruit is so advanced that he was able to awaken his powers, being able to even turn his surroundings into string. In one of the top slots on the leaderboard, we have Cata Curry. Now, Cata Curry ate the Mochi Mochi no Mi, a special paramecia devil fruit that lets him create, control, and transform into mochi at will. His mochi is extremely thick and adhesive, allowing him to trap even extremely strong enemies with it, although it loses its effectiveness when it's exposed to moisture. The fruit allows Cata Curry to avoid physical attacks seemingly like a Logia user. Although instead of the attacks simply going through his body, he uses his superior observation haki to predict where he'll be hit and to change the shape of his malleable mochi body accordingly to the dodge and with minimal movement. He frequently uses these abilities in hand-to-hand combat, sprouting several tendrils of mochi on his body to act as extra fingers or legs. He can imbue these tendrils with haki to deliver hard punches and kicks by concentrating mochi into single fists. Cata Curry is capable of delivering punches and devastating power. Cata Curry has also awakened his devil fruit powers, enabling him to transform inorganic material into mochi, enhancing the range of his attacks and his capture field. Now, in the next slot on our list, we have Tesoro. He ate the Golgo no Mi, which allows him to manipulate gold as he has touched at will. He can use his powers to create huge fountains of liquid gold, trap his enemies, and infuse gold dust and flakes into other people's bodies so that he can slowly transform their skin into gold. He is also able to create gold armor that grants increased power and defense. He can manipulate it to the extent that he can create a pilot and massive golden golem, the size of a skyscraper. Since consuming his devil fruit, he has been able to awaken its powers, furthering the range of his influence over gold and enabling him to use all of the gold in Grand Tesoro, that he has touched a complex sensory network. Through this, he is able to detect attempted break-ins or attacks on the city. When utilizing large gold constructs, he is also capable of unleashing focused light beams or explosive force that had incredible destructive power. Now, topping our list has been one of the most exciting characters to watch. I know everyone around the world was going ballistic watching this new movie, Douglas Bullock. Now, Bullock ate the Gasha Gasha no Mi, a paramecia devil fruit that allows him to disassemble inanimate objects and assemble them into anything he wants with his mind. With this power, he can forge a large variety of mechanical creations, most notably creating exoskeletons to significantly augment his physical power. Bullock has awakened his devil fruit, allowing him to disassemble objects from a greater range. With his awakening, he can essentially restructure the landscape of entire islands by assembling their features as he sees fit, and create and inhabit a colossus whose physical presence is unparalleled. That's gonna do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought about this list. Do you guys agree with all the parts in this list? I know for me, Doflamingo, I kind of wanted to be a little bit higher on the list, but Cata Curry, he's hard to beat. Now, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What would your top 10 list be? Otherwise, talk to you guys next time. Later.